All right, welcome to Performance. Today's guest is Chiara Berardelli. Mm-hmm. Do you get stage fright?
Well, I used to get something, I don't get it much anymore, but I used to get something which I wouldn't actually call stage fright because it wasn't the anxiety of getting up on stage. It was I think it was worse than that.
Go on.
I don't even know what to call it. A complete confidence crisis. So I would play, usually when I was doing it on my own, I would play one song, two songs, and I'd get to song number 3 and I'd just be like, I'm rubbish. The songs are rubbish. I can't sing. No one's enjoying it. And I just want to be removed.
Was this based on reaction or was it just your head?
I think it was probably a bit of both. I think it was mostly the demons inside my head, mostly. I think that what the audience would have had to have done to have made me not think what was going in my head would be literally to have been jumping up and down in front of me going, you are the most amazing.
You know what? I was just going to say that being in a band, unless people are swinging from chandeliers, you think, oh my God, they're dying to death. Yeah. They hate it. And then afterwards, invariably, they come up and say, that was brilliant. And you're like, oh, right, well, thanks.
The difference that I've noticed of being in a band is you make enough noise that you can carry each other through that because you've got each other. On your own, the silences, and so you hear if there's noise out there, you know, if you're playing a pub gig or that sort of thing and people aren't listening, or, you know, it's quite hard. I find that quite hard to play music on my own, that I'm trying to sort of carry something over, and, you know, it's just you have to find the right venue for your music. That's really the moral of the story. But I used to have not stage fright, a total
meltdown,
total eclipse of the heart.
Did you ever think that it's getting so bad, I've got to stop?
I did stop.
Oh, did you stop?
I did stop for a while, I couldn't. I mean, everyone says it gets better, you know, if you're nervous. Well, this wasn't getting better, this was getting worse.
So you were just...
I stopped because it was too painful.
How long ago was this?
A few years. And then I think what helped was playing with other people. I started playing with other people, and that it just made all the difference. Because I had this, sorry, you're seeing my inner soul, Ian. This isn't good.
That's
you're like Parkinson.
I go deeper, a lot deeper than Parky.
Deeper than Parky.
Deeper than Parky. That's a good tagline. Okay, now, I do believe you've got a couple songs for us.
I do.
Are you going to play? Are you going to play some?
I might. I'd like to play a song on the guitar called Rodeo, which is a single I brought out a few weeks ago. Mm-hmm. And it's basically about a long-distance relationship and the kind of push and pull, this idea of the rodeo of like, you're like this, you know, you sort of, it's fine and then it's not fine, and and the kind of
holding on.
Yeah, exactly. And you're kind of getting to grips with the distance, and then you might have some way you can overcome it, and then that doesn't work, and you know, that's how it was for me anyway. So
sounds like a good premise for a song.
This is Rodeo.
Oh.
You would think I'd know by now how this goes. Keep my questions to myself, whisper while the wind blows. You would think that after all of this time, I'd know to tread more carefully, but I wade in with my size 9s. Rodeo, every time we come and go. Rodeo. Far apart apart, we talk for hours and hours, hours. But somehow when you're next to me, it's a new voice, a new sound. Counting down the days until I see you. Trying hard to stand my ground as the earth moves under my feet. Rodeo, rodeo, every time we come and go. Rodeo, rodeo. Holding on for dear life, holding on, holding on, holding on for dear life, holding on, holding on. Every time we come and go, rodeo, rodeo. Every time we come and go, rodeo, rodeo.
Yeah, that was nice.
You would
And
do
that's
it
your
if you
job.
were
You're
making
you're a song and dance person,
song and dance.
like a medieval
Yeah, court jester.
court jester.
No, that's you with that stick.
Where did this stick come from? Has it got a story behind it?
Does have a story. I actually should return it to where it came from.
It's not from, a museum or something.
No, it's not. It's made of plastic.
I know that, but they would know that.
I have a friend called Biff who's in a band called A New International, and I joined his band for a while, but I had to leave because I wasn't well with the long COVID. And we made some. I was in some of their videos for some of their songs, and this was part of an outfit.
Which song and which
The
video?
song History.
I haven't seen that one.
Okay, well you need to see it. It's quite a choreographed.
Is it on YouTube?
Well, yeah, it'll be on their site, and yeah, it's supposed to be on YouTube.
I like Biff's stuff,
Yeah.
and I love that one that you were in. It was like Edwardian. He was in a boat and
Was that
Drunk as a Holiday.
Oh, that's a beautiful song.
Really good song.
Beautiful song, yeah.
And you're in it. You're like something out of.
So he said
Agatha Christie.
Louise. He said model yourself on a woman called Louise something, like in 1920s.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
So I looked her up, and I kind of
And did you inhabit that person?
Probably not.
Now, I've seen the promo, and if I'd known who Louise Thingamjiggle was, then I would know if you were like her, but I don't know who she is.
No. Louise, I can't remember. She was a sort of 1920s starlet.
Louise Belafonte? What are you laughing at? I just made that up.
I don't
It just sounds like a 1920s
I think she might
name.
have been French.
Most of them were. The only one that I know is Josephine somebody. She was quite famous.
I don't
A
know.
1920s starlet. Anyway, so that was that song. And can I get another song? Can I squeeze one more song?
I'd like to play, I don't know if this is logistically possible, but I'd like to play an instrument which it's called a harmonium, which is also known as a pump organ, which always sounds a bit rude to me.
You would like
anyway.
to play the pump organ?
Yeah.
Tonight?
Yeah.
What, here?
Yeah.
Right now?
Yeah, well, I've got
Can we do this?
one I prepared
Can we
earlier.
do this? Apparently we can do this.
So it belonged to my great uncle, and he was called Zio Umberto, and he came from a place called Norcia in Italy, in Umbria, and apparently.
Come there.
Cumbria, not
Cumbria.
not Cumbria.
But that sounds like, you know, the way that the Cumbrians...
But he played the piano and presumably the harmonium, and his wife played the violin. And the story goes they didn't have children. They wanted to have children. They didn't have children, so they had lots of free time, and so they toured the world playing music together.
Oh, wow.
Well, I don't really know very much about it, but he was the only sort of musical person really in my family. So
maybe that's your antecedent.
Maybe
he's your antecedent,
even
though he's your great
Umberto. But I have his harmonium, which is wonderful, isn't it?
I'll guarantee that thing's got a lot of stories to tell.
Should we go for that?
Shall we?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it. Quite unsettling having me behind you.
It is a bit weird.
It's okay.
Do you have to be there?
Well, I'll move when you're singing.
Okay.
But weird is the name of the game.
Okay, so we're... Okay.
So, this is your great...
Zio Umberto.
So how come it's got a name G?
I think that's just the manufacturer. But it's funny, isn't it? Because it's not an Italian-sounding name, Casin.
No, it's not, but the whole thing is incredibly good condition.
I know it is really, considering.
This has travelled across seas.
And I don't think it's ever been taken anywhere. You know, it's never been refurbished or anything like that. So there's the pedals.
Can I share this seat?
Okay.
Are you okay with that?
Yeah. Look at I think the pedals are beautiful because all the the markings are worn away.
Oh, there's quite a lot of popping action.
Yeah, there's a force to it, and then this is just. Could you pull that out? So that's the only thing it's got.
On that thing it says 40. Now, does that mean to get louder?
Yeah.
Oh, it does.
In Italian.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, 40.
And you're going to use this to play this next song.
Yeah.
What is this next song called? And tell us a little bit about it.
It's called Empty Sky. And I wrote it on a songwriting weekend, which I sometimes go on. And we've been given the brief of writing a song from a title, and the title was Empty Sky. And I thought,
no more information, that was just
that. That. And I just thought,
that's so open.
I know. I just thought, I'm never going to be able to do this. That's going to be really hard. And then I was going through a bad experience at the time, difficult experience, and I kind of wrote the song that I needed to hear, which is about supporting someone when they're going through a difficult time. So I'm kind of singing to myself in a way.
It's like a self-affirmation type of feel.
Yeah.
Is that a sad song?
I don't think so. No, I think it's a kind of uplifting song because you're literally trying to lift someone up.
Okay. Mm. What chords?
Well, it's in C, which is a rare key for me to write a song in. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
And have you got a minor chord in there?
Yeah, there's lots of minor chords in there. There's some.
So it is a sad
starts
song.
Well, I think every song's got major chords and minor chords. It's quite unusual to have a song with no minor chords in. But I don't think that's the chord progression. Very kind of. And I wrote this song. I did quite a lot of work on my songs through the pandemic with a friend of mine, Biff. I was mentioning him before, who plays in a New International, and partly because his band, because obviously we couldn't perform and everything. Mm-hmm. He ended up working on a lot of songs, most of the songs on the new album with me, and this one was one that he had. So I kind of had a song, and he would sort of listen to it and then give his, do a little bit of shuggling around with things, which was really. I've never really worked like that with someone before, bouncing things off them, and it was good.
Right, I think I'll get out of here and let you play the song.
Okay.
What's it called again?
Empty Sky.
Empty Sky. Okay, folks, Empty Sky, Chiara Berardelli.
I know it isn't what you wanted, it isn't what you dreamed when you were young and drawing pictures of life and how it seemed. Is it heavy like a burden? Do you feel it in your bones? Whichever way you see it, you're alone. It's a long road on an empty sky. It gets hard to carry on when there's nowhere or when, only why. I will hold you, I will hold you till you stand again. And I know just what you're thinking. What if it's all down to you? How you could have done things different, and the stars might shine on you. And every time you go there, do you lose a little heart? It's a long road on an empty sky. It gets hard to carry on when there's nowhere or when, only why. I will hold you, I will hold you till you stand again. I will hold you, I will hold you until you stand again. Like those little moves you did there, you know.
Kudos indeed. I think on that note, Chiara, I think we could,
Wrap it up.
I'm just coming here so I can be seen by the camera.
Well, thanks, Ian, for coming round to mine
Yeah,
and
that was great.
having
No,
some
actually,
fun
it was
with
really
the
good.
with the
I enjoyed
instruments.
it. Both songs were good, but that song, I don't know, maybe that song pipped Rodeo. Is
I
it
think
okay
it's-
to say that?
Of course it is. I think it's the instrument. I think it's the. It's this, isn't it? This is
This
something
holds
else.
the key. This will make you and me famous. Obviously, if I see coattails, I jump in them. See you next time.